In this tutorial in CyberLink PowerDirector, I'd like to show you an overview of the effects in the effect room in the category called Special. So we go to our FX, our effect room, and we have several categories we can pick from depending on our version of PowerDirector. The fourth one down in mine is called Special. There are 18 options here, and we're going to overview all 18. Now, when you hold your mouse over any of these icons, it gives you a little bit of an image of what it will look like. I find that less useful. What I've done is I've taken each of the effect, I put them into this movie timeline, so we're going to overview each of them. There are a couple that I think are ones you might want to use on occasion, so we'll have separate lessons on those. So this is basically an overview. So I'm going to go back, click off there, and we'll start our movie, and I'll show you what each of them does in the real world. Special category of effects, all 18. First one is beating, and this is what it does. I don't know when I'd use that one. The next one is called broken glass, and so it shatters your image. Now I'm going to double click on this one. You can control the degree of breakage. This is where you might want to use a keyframe. So if I click on keyframe, I'm going to move it to the beginning, and we'll have the degree of breakage to be small to start with. I'll set that keyframe. Then I'll move over to the right. Now I'll increase the degree of breaking. And now I have a difference between this point in time and this point in time. I'll go ahead and close that. We'll go back to the beginning of the clip, and we'll play it again, and you'll see it starts to shatter slowly. So you can control that with keyframing. That's what broken glass is. The next one is Chinese painting. I don't know when I'd use that, but that's what it does. Same way with the next one, color painting. Changes the intensity, kind of a crayon look. Next one is continuous shooting. What this does is it breaks your image up into a number of options, and you can use and then at the end it gives you a magnification, a default magnification. So what I'd like to show you on this one is you can double click on it, and you can change the number. It'll always be multiples. It'll be a 3x3, a 2x2 if I click back here, up to a 5x5 frame. So that's what the continuous shooting does. And you can adjust the numbers. That's all you can change there. If I go back and we play that again, now it'll give me a 2x2 or 4 images on the screen. And you can use keyframing to start with that or not. The next one, you notice I've changed the clip because this does not apply to still images. This works only for actual film or movie clips, and it's called delay. And so it gives you kind of a slow motion fuzzy look to it. Next one is another one I probably wouldn't use called glow. That's what it does to the colors on the screen. Next one is grid, and you can change the color of the grid. Right now it's black, and the density of the lines. I'm not sure when I would use that particular one. Now we're going to look at a couple that I'm going to have special lessons on. The next one you're going to see on the screen is called lens flare. Lens flare is pretty popular, and it deals with background, and we'll have a lesson on that one. There's about 8 features you can change on that. The next one is magnifier, and I'm using a keyframe here to move it from left to right. We'll have a lesson on how to use the magnifier. That has some good potential. Now we're on to pen, another color one. I don't know when I'd use that one. Pop art, it kind of feels like the 80s or 70s to me, so don't know what I would do with that one. Ripple turns it into water, and I'm not sure when I would find a use for that one. We have 5 more to go in the special category. The next one we're going to look at is like beating, only not so much. It's called rocking, and it basically just takes an image, puts it on all four corners. You might see this in an ad or something, but I can't think of anything else. The next one is called skip, and again, that works on a visual image. It basically freezes frames, moves forward, and jumps forward in your frames. The next one is called tilt shift. I don't understand this one fully, but I know it has something to do with making parts of your image fuzzier or clearer over time. The next one is TV wall. TV wall is fun. You can also control the number of images you have, up to 40 or 50. The last one is water reflection. I'm going to pause it on that one for a moment and show you a couple of features you have on that. You can control the vertical mirror center. Now right now I have it reflecting below the word software tutorials. But if I want to move it, I can move it vertically up a little bit, just below the feet of my little turtles here. There. And now the reflection starts there. I need to move it back just a tad here. There. And so now that's reflecting. You can control the speed, the brightness, the waves, everything else. So if I go back and play this clip over again. Okay, we're getting a water reflection. That's kind of cool in the right kind of a setting. Again, some of these you'll use more than others, but that's an overview of all of the options in the category called Special for effects.